Okay, so I did 3 of them. I'm going to show you in this book how we ended up doing it. So in this book, what I did is that I took 2 of these folded pieces, and depending on the order, I put one inside of the other, okay? And this was one, this is one fold of the book, okay? One spread of it. And it would go like this. You would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, it has 2 of them fit together. But that was just how I did this book. So the way that we're going to do this one is I'm going to fit all 3 of them inside of each other, okay? Because once again, you're just doing a practice bind. And the reason that we don't do it like that is because, well, don't worry about it, okay? This is just how we're going to do it, okay? So if you can see what I did, I have my first one that I did, and I put my second one inside of there, just opened it up and put the second one in, and then inside the second one I put my third one in there, okay? So it's a little book, okay? It's really simple. Everything pretty much lines up. You want to kind of get it all good to go. Now, this is where your book clips come into play, okay? I don't have a top one, which isn't the end of the world, but I am just going to clip it at the bottom. You don't want to put it right on the crease because you're going to be sewing right there, so I'm just going to put it right by it, okay? And this kind of keeps everything in order so I don't have to keep fixing the pages over and over again. Whoops, I didn't get it right. Hold on. I'm assuming that a paper clip would probably do about the same thing, but this is keeps it really, really tight, okay? Now, this is how we do the next part. It's pretty simple. All right, let me find my little thumbtack. So, you want to go about 1 inch from the very bottom on both sides, Bailey. So, there's this, you can see it right here. There's a little mark that I made when I was trying to fold it, okay, the little black mark. So, from that little black mark, I'm going to measure 1 inch, okay? And I'm going to just make a little dot, whatever mark you need to make, okay? And you want to make the little dot right inside the crease of the fold, okay? So I just put a little dot right there so that I can see, okay? And now I'm going to go up to the top and I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to measure 1 inch in, okay? And depending on how you want to make your book, you can do it a little more. It doesn't have to be just 1 inch. Sometimes it can be 1.5 inches, okay? It just depends on how big your book is, but I'm just doing 1 inch. Okay, so now I have 2 marks in the middle of my crease showing where I'm going to poke the holes, okay? So, now that I've done that, on the mark that I made 1 inch up, it doesn't matter what side right now, you're going to take your little thumbtack and you're going to push down and you're going to kind of, twist it around and start to pull up on your papers. And if you can see here right now, it went all the way through, okay? It went through all of my papers. I didn't have to push it. I didn't have to rip it. I just kind of put it on the part, pushed down, twisted a little, and pulled up, okay? Whatever works for you. This is just a practice one. Now I'm going to the other 1 inch one I made. Remember, I made 2 of them, one on each side. I'm pushing down, I'm twisting a little, and at the same time, I'm pulling up on all of the pages, okay? And once again, it went all the way through. So, now I have 2 holes where those marks used to be, and they're right on the seam, if you can see that, okay? So, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my needle, okay? And this part's probably going to be painful to watch, but I'm going to thread it real quick, okay? And you don't need a lot. We always say that you want to do, as long as your forearm is, I don't know. I'm doing about this much, Bailey. Okay? Let me think about that. Yeah. Yeah. Let me look at my other book and see how much length I did. Ooh. They said arm's length. So, I mean, you can decide. It's not the end of the world. They only say to do less just so you don't get it tangled, but it's always better to have a little bit more than to have less, okay? All right, and so I am going to thread my needle, which you know how to thread a needle, and then I'm going to start the next video, okay?